Hello everyone, I just felt like I probably needed to hop on here and give you guys an update on how things are going. Um, so, I need to firstly say I had a live interview the other day on Bold Carnivore, like his channel. His name's Matthew Bold Carnivore. If you are not already subscribed to Bold Carnivore, go subscribe to Bold Carnivore. And he's got a few good interviews from people like Dr. Anthony Chafee uh, uh, and Susan Norton, I believe, who talks about the oxalates and stuff inside plants, and he also talks about his own personal journey, and I think that that's good for us to support people. And he had me on. He let me tell my story. We had some technical difficulties, and that was it was a good time. And of course, you can't always control or predict whenever technology is going to act up. Now, here recently, whenever I came off of Lion, like you all saw how that I had spoiled myself. I had got a keto pizza. Of course, that was reintroducing dairy, or not got a keto pizza, made a keto pizza, and that reintroduced dairy, and it included a little bit of seasonings and a little bit of sauce, and that was something that I don't normally include. And because my normal diet is carnivore, and I hadn't been including dairy on carnivore here for the last couple months or so, other than on the holidays and the holiday meals and treats and things. I had allowed myself to have some, but I limited that, and I kind of opened the floodgates, because then, next thing you know, the next day I was making chaffles, and, those chocolate chaffles, and if you can tolerate dairy, and if your main goal is weight loss, and not just, and that's it, and you're not trying to, heal a skin condition, or try to heal, an autoimmune condition or anything like that, then you should be fine. Unless you have a gut sensitivity to dairy, to have some dairy and be okay and have some fun with that. But I would recommend that if you do have any kind of issues with with your skin breaking out whenever you include dairy, probably not a good idea. And obviously, it had been a while since I had really included dairy, and so I thought, well, maybe I can try to reintroduce it and see what happens. I think that it may be contributing to some of this, and I do have a little bit of cheese at the house still, and I may go ahead and use up what I have. And I had started using butter again, and I'd made these the brown butter bites that everybody talked about, and I ate way too many of those and all that stuff, and but that was kind of to me, I feel like those kind of treats and stuff, yeah, they're great for a once in a while thing, but I am not really a moderator whenever it comes to food. I've dealt with food addiction, I've dealt with sugar addiction, I've dealt with all those things, and whenever I have cheat days, I just dropped my keys, but it's okay. Whenever I've had cheat days and I've done those kind of things, it's messed me up a little bit, and if I don't plan it and I cheat, it can mess me up. we had my mom's birthday the other day, and in that one video I showed my mom's birthday, as far as the celebration we had at our house, and I didn't eat any of the cake there then, but I had my kind of downfall, if you will, with that. Whenever we had went to Golden Corral the next day, I had ate mostly meat. I mean, they got steak, they got a lot of good carnivore options. You know, they got chicken, they got salmon, they got steak, they have eggs, they got bacon bits, they got, they got options. If I really want, well, and I mean, I stayed carnivore the majority of the time, but then I asked, would you guys judge me if I ate dessert? And they're like, well, we won't tell on you, but you'll tell on yourself. So this is what I'm doing. I'm telling on myself, because I don't want you guys to be confused. He went online, his skin was starting to look better. Why does his skin look bad again? Like, you reintroduce things that that you didn't have, and your body can respond to that, okay? I do feel like I probably felt my best while on Lion and did see pretty good improvement with my skin on Lion. But I was craving things like crazy, like pizza. I craved pizza, and I had never had that kind of an issue with regular carnivore most of the time. Like, most of the time I don't normally have any real cravings on regular carnivore. I have enough variety of meats. And then, whenever I'm including dairy, I mean, you're covering things up in mozzarella cheese. Like, that's just a dream, be able to just have your mozzarella cheese and your cheese sticks. And I love cheese. And I hope that I can include cheese and not have issues and problems at some point in the future. But it does seem like I might have some sensitivities to it because my skin is not looking as good as it was whenever I was doing Lion. And Lion works. And it helped me get to my weight loss goals. Now, whenever I had that little dessert, it didn't stop at the little dessert, though. That's the problem. Is I went home and I wound up having some of that cake, and then that derailed me and made me, well, it didn't make me, but it gave me a sense of, oh, well, now it doesn't matter what I do for the next few minutes. I'm just gonna indulge on these few things I've been craving. And so I had those things because I broke out of ketosis. That's how I justified it. And I was like, well, I'll have these things. But I got back on plan the next day. Okay? Don't go crazy. And now the thing is even whenever I went back on plan, I noticed that it was harder for me to stop myself from overeating after I had indulged and got out of control with those off-plan foods. Now clearly, I think carnivore works. I've lost 133 pounds. Whenever I went off plan, and did this cheat meal, or not cheat meal, but cheat dessert thing where I kind of went off the rails, I regretted it, but it opens my eyes to see how real sugar addiction, food addiction are. Every time that I've had something like that happen, it reminds me of how serious that these things are. And I've had to learn some of these lessons over and over again, and have these reminders, because there are some things that are culturally normative, and people want you to be able to just have this healthy relationship with food and all of this, and I want to have a healthy relationship with food, and I feel like my relationship with food has been unhealthy. It has been very, very bad. like for a long time. And that is one thing that carnivores helped me with, is to have more control. To have more control over what I put in my body. And if I cheat, if I go off plan, I feel like I don't have that control. I saw somebody in the comments section on, like, I think it was like a keto video or a carnivore video, something like that, where they had said having a healthy relationship with unhealthy food is impossible, because it's just like trying to say, you're having a healthy relationship with somebody who is toxic. It just doesn't work. You've got to have a sense in which you matter more than the Oreos. You matter more than the excessive amounts of ice cream. You matter more than the cake. Yes, you can treat yourself once in a while, something that tastes nice, something that tastes sweet or whatever to you if you want to, as long as you have the strength to get up the next day. I've done it so many times, and it hasn't affected my weight loss, but it might affect people, again, who've got autoimmune conditions, skin conditions, and issues. It's going to cause, flare-ups and things. You've got to know yourself, and you've got to take responsibility for yourself. I want to encourage you today that you can get up and change your life, and you can do something different. You can have a better life. And whenever I'm on plan, I do feel better. Whenever I'm on plan, I'm able to do more. I feel better. I don't typically get very sore whenever I run, whenever I'm on plan. Now, this past week, I had 2 different 2-mile run/walk/jogs outside. And I had done a 1-mile walk outside as well. It was a good week for outside, because we had some good weather on various days. Now, it's cooled down considerably, so I don't know how this week will go on the exercise outside, but we do have a gym membership, or I've got a gym membership, and my little brother has a gym membership, and I'd love to get back in the gym. I think that the gym is somewhere I need to be at, because Lift More 2024 is one of my goals. But I've been trying to do more outside running, because I want to do a 5K, and I'd like to do one next month with the St. Patrick's Day and stuff. So I've got to get to where I can actually run/walk/jog outside for 3 miles, or 3.1 miles in good time. It's hard to maintain a running pace outside in the cooler air, but I'm hoping that it will warm up some before next month here in Kentucky. Now, it kind of depends on, if the groundhog's right, all that kind of stuff. No. Like, the Lord is sovereign, and He will have His way with things. If anybody has any kind of questions or concerns about carnivore, any kind of things where you are trying to figure things out, if you're trying to figure out how to get started, what kind of questions you have, or whatever questions you have, could you just drop some of those in the comments section? Could you like this video? Could you go ahead, subscribe, share this with somebody, and ask them, what do you think about this? And maybe if you are just getting into the carnivore stuff, maybe you should look up some people like Dr. Barry and Dr. Anthony Chafee and Dr. Sean Baker, and maybe you should look at the documentary Fat Fiction, which leans more in the keto space, but it is incredibly helpful with opening up our eyes to the deception we've had with the food pyramid and all of that. We've got to have our eyes open to what's going on in the world today. And again, go watch that interview I had with Matthew, the Bold Carnivore, and again, pardon the technical difficulties we had. We did have some. It was a lot of fun. Also, if you are thinking about, doing a 5K or running or anything like that, put that in the comments section too. Like, if you are interested in running. If you'd like to see more cooking videos, if you'd like to see more question and answer videos, if you'd like me to, maybe talk to more people, ask them what they think about carnivore, or talk to people who maybe have done carnivore for a while, do some interviews with people. I mean, we can go in a lot of different directions on this channel, and of course I want to talk about faith. I'm a youth pastor. It's what I'm motivated by, is glorifying God in all that I do. I want to be that. I want to be that kind of a person who glorifies God with all that I do. And I want to be excellent in the way that I do that. So I thank you all. Again, hop in the comments. Like, if you have any questions, any concerns, any kind of things, let me know. And like, subscribe, share. We are so close to having 70, or I'm so close to having 70 subscribers on here. I would like to get to the 100 subscriber mark. All right, that would be amazing to get to that 100 subscriber mark. If you are somebody who has any interest in carnivore, any interest in any of this with low carb, keto, any of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And have a great rest of your day, and blessings.